It started with an email to two teachers at a high school outside Baltimore. Subject line, Pikesville principal, disturbing recording. Attached, a 41-second clip of the principal's voice, trashing his own students and staff, racist remarks, anti-Semitic remarks, the kind of recording that ends a career before lunch. By the next day, it was on an Instagram page with more than 365,000 followers. The school's phones were jammed, and a patrol car sat outside the principal's house because of the threats. One problem, it would take detectives 3 months to prove it. The man on that recording never said any of it. The principal was Eric Eiswert, and to understand why, you rewind 1 month to paperwork. Eiswert ran Pikesville High School in Baltimore County, Maryland. Part of running any workplace is watching the money, and in December 2023, he'd started asking questions about his athletic director, a 31-year-old named Darien. About $1,900 in school funds Darien had pushed through to his own roommate. For coaching work, police say never happened. Eiswert had also told Darien his contract might not be renewed. In other words, an employee was about to lose his job, and the boss was the reason. On the night of January 16, 2024, a Tuesday, a Gmail account under a fake name sent the clip to two teachers. It also went to Darien himself, because if you're on the recipient list, you look like a victim. Within hours, a teacher passed it on, a student blasted it across social media, everywhere. And it was a deepfake, audio manufactured by AI to pass as a real person. Nobody stopped to ask. The district put Eiswert on leave, and the threats got bad enough that police were watching his home. Eiswert insisted it wasn't him. Two things saved him. Speed, his union put the clip in front of forensic analysts within days, and the written findings said the audio was, quote, at a minimum, substantially altered, compiled in a fraudulent and deceptive manner. He also took a polygraph, and passed. Then, depth. County detectives brought in a forensic analyst contracted by the FBI, plus Hany Farid, a Berkeley professor who studies fake media. He found multiple recordings spliced together. By April, the police chief said it plainly. We now have conclusive evidence that the recording was not authentic. Detectives followed the digital receipts. Darien had used the school's own network to reach OpenAI tools and Bing's AI chat in mid-December, and again on January 15th, the day before the email went out. And that anonymous Gmail account, its recovery phone number was Darien's. On April 25th, 2024, police arrested him at BWI Airport, about to board a flight to Houston, flagged, of all things, over how he'd packed a gun in his luggage. The charges? Stalking, theft, disruption of school operations, and retaliation against a witness. That last one is the whole story. The boss investigating him was the witness. Now put your own business in that building, because a school is just a workplace, a boss, a payroll, a personnel problem. How much of your voice is already public? Your voicemail greeting? The videos on your website? In 2025, Consumer Reports tested 6 popular voice cloning tools. With 4 of them, cloning a voice from public audio took nothing more than ticking a box that said you had permission. Basic plans run about $5 a month, which means audio of a voice is no longer proof of anything, and a disgruntled employee with $5 and your outgoing voicemail can manufacture you saying anything. It took 15 months to reach a sentence. On April 28, 2025, in Baltimore County Circuit Court, Darien entered an Alford plea to disturbing school operations. You don't admit guilt, but you concede the state has the evidence to convict. Judge Jan Marshall Alexander gave him 4 months in jail. Separately, he was indicted on federal child exploitation charges uncovered during the investigation, and Eiswert told the courtroom, "My life was forever changed." He never returned to Pikesville High. The district moved him to a middle school across the county. He sued the school system and later settled, and Maryland went on to make malicious deepfakes a crime. The fix costs nothing but a conversation. This weekend, agree with your team how a leaked recording of you or your managers gets handled before one exists. Treat it exactly like unverified wire instructions. Nobody acts, nobody forwards, nobody fires until it's checked. Checking means a callback on a number you already know, or a shared code word, because it sounded exactly like him is now worth nothing. And if synthetic media ever hits your business, get forensic analysis fast and get it in writing. That's what saved Eiswert. His union had experts on the clip within days, and that written finding kept the truth alive. 41 seconds. That's all it was. One short clip of a voice, emailed to 2 teachers on an ordinary Tuesday night. It cost a man his school, his name, and the feeling of being safe in his own house. And the tool that made it costs about as much as a pizza. The recording was fake. The consequences never were. Your voice is already out there. The only question is what happens the day somebody decides to use it. Breach Brief breaks down one real attack and what it actually costs every week. Subscribe and stay a step ahead. This is general education, not legal or financial advice.